What if I told you that the very moment you stop caring is the exact moment when everything finally starts to make sense? Yes, you heard that right. Not when you try harder, not when you please more, not when you fix everything, but when you just let go. Sounds strange, right? But listen closely, because this video might just change how you live your life forever. We live in a world that tells us to care too much. Care about how you look. Care about who likes your post. Care about what others are thinking. Care about chasing success, money, fame, status. Care about being perfect. Care about everything. Until one day, you're so emotionally exhausted. You look in the mirror and wonder, why am I not happy? You're not alone. We've all been there. Even Buddha. There was a moment in Siddhartha Gautama's life, before he became Buddha, when he was a prince. He had everything: palaces, luxury, servants, beautiful clothes, the finest food. He was cared for more than most people could ever imagine. But still, he felt empty inside. Why? Because even with all the wealth in the world, something was missing. He cared too much about what the world expected of him. But the world didn't care about his peace. So one day, he walked away. He left the palace, left the gold, left the expectations, and did something so radical. He stopped caring about the outside world and turned inward. And that was the beginning of enlightenment. Let me ask you something. How many times have you lost your peace just because you cared too much about something that didn't matter in the long run? That text message that never came, that one mean comment, that friend who didn't invite you, that job that rejected you, that crush who ignored you. You carried all of that like a heavy bag of stones. You told yourself, I should have done more, I should have been better. But here's a little secret from Buddhism. When the mind becomes still, the river of life begins to flow on its own. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to please everyone. You don't have to chase anything. The moment you let go of expectations, of control, of unnecessary caring, life flows like a river. Now you may ask, but if I stop caring, won't everything fall apart? That's the biggest myth of our times. You're not asked to become careless, you're asked to become free. Buddha never said don't love, he said don't cling. He never said don't try, he said don't suffer through desire. He never said don't care, he said don't be consumed. There's a difference. Imagine holding sand in your hand. If you squeeze it tightly, it slips out. But if you gently hold it, it stays. That's what life is like. So here's what we'll explore together in this video. Yes, this is not just any video. This is your guide to inner peace. Why you're suffering because of overcaring and how to stop. The Buddhist principle of non-attachment, the real meaning behind it. How to let go without becoming cold or heartless. 5 practical steps Buddha taught to allow your life to flow naturally. A beautiful Zen story that'll touch your soul. And finally, how you can shift from stress to stillness starting today. So if you've ever felt like you're trying too hard in relationships, you're anxious because you don't know what's next, you're overwhelmed by expectations, you're feeling unheard, unseen, unappreciated, you're tired of carrying weight that's not even yours, then stay right here. Because what comes next isn't just a message, it's a medicine. Let me tell you a powerful Zen quote before we dive deeper. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Most people keep stirring their mind with what if, why me, how come? But the more you stir, the dirtier it becomes. The more you care, the more you suffer. Now imagine just pausing, just saying, I release the need to control. And suddenly, your muddy water becomes clear. The answers come, the peace returns. The stress goes, the flow begins. And that is exactly what happened to Buddha under the Bodhi tree. The world will keep demanding. It will keep throwing things at you. Deadlines, drama, doubts, disappointments. But you don't have to catch any of it. When you stop caring about the chaos loses power over you. And that's the secret. The less you care about what disturbs your peace, the more peaceful your life becomes. You start noticing small joys. You start flowing with time, not fighting it. You start loving people without expecting anything back. You stop chasing, and life starts giving. And you realize you never needed to force anything to begin with. So before we begin the core teachings of this video, Take a deep breath. Yes, now, right now, wherever you are. Just breathe. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your thoughts slow down. Feel your heart say, I'm ready to be free. Because this isn't just a video. It's a turning point. And if you stay with me till the end, I promise you this. You'll never see letting go the same way again. You'll never look at life the same way again. You'll discover how Buddha's gentle wisdom can awaken the most powerful stillness inside you. So stay tuned. Don't skip, don't pause, don't click away. Because the next few moments could be the most peaceful ones you've had in a very long time. And if you find even one line in this video that makes your soul whisper, yes, this is what I needed, then please share it. Let someone else find their stillness too. This is Wisdom of Sparks, where we don't just talk about peace, we practice it. Now let's begin. Let's learn how to stop caring and let life flow like the river it was always meant to be. Chapter 1, The Weight of Overcaring. Let's begin by addressing something deep, something raw. Do you feel tired? Not tired in your body, but tired in your soul. Tired of being the one who always gives, always fixes, always worries, always carries the emotional burden. That's not normal, that's not healthy, that's not spiritual. And yet society glorifies it. They'll say, oh, look how much they care. But what they don't see is that you're crumbling inside. Because when you care too much about things that don't return peace, your life becomes a prison. You care about pleasing everyone. You care about proving yourself. You care about things going exactly how you planned. You care about being liked, being followed, being noticed. But Buddha said, you only lose what you cling to. And what happens when you cling too tightly to everything? You lose everything that actually matters. Your peace, your presence, your connection with your deeper self. You see, caring too much comes from fear, fear of being left out, fear of being unloved, fear of not being enough. But what if you turned that around? What if you stopped operating from fear and started living from freedom? Chapter 2, Non-attachment is not apathy. Let's clarify a big misunderstanding. People here stop caring and think it means becoming careless, heartless, cold, but that's not what Buddhism teaches. Non-attachment is not indifference, it's independence. It means you can love without controlling. You can help without expecting. You can serve without losing yourself. One of the greatest teachings of Buddha is, to be free from suffering, one must be free from attachment. When you're attached, you suffer because life is always changing. Think about it. You're attached to a relationship, they leave, you suffer. You're attached to a job, it ends, you suffer. You're attached to success, you fail, you suffer. But if you let go of the need to control outcomes, suddenly, nothing can shake your peace. That's power, that's freedom, and no one can take that away from you. Chapter 3, Zen Story, The Empty Cup. Let me tell you a story that changed how I look at attachment. A learned man came to visit a Zen master. He spoke of all the books he had read, the practices he followed, the spiritual achievements he believed he had. The Zen master smiled and began pouring him tea. He kept pouring and pouring until the tea spilled over. Stop, the cup is full, said the man. The master replied, exactly. Your cup is full of your opinions, beliefs, and attachments. How can I show you truth if you don't first empty your cup? We are all walking around with full cups, full of expectations, worries, assumptions, needs. To allow peace in, we must empty our cups. That's what happens when you stop caring about the things that don't serve your soul. You create space, and in that space, life flows. Chapter 4, What does flow really mean? You've heard it many times. Go with the flow, but what does that actually mean? In Buddhism, flow means letting go of resistance, being fully present, allowing what is instead of fighting it. The river never fights the rocks. It flows around them. When you stop caring about controlling everything, you begin to move like water. Effortlessly, peacefully, powerfully, you no longer react to every disturbance. You become the stillness beneath the waves. That's the real flow. Chapter 5, 5 Practical Steps to Let Go and Flow Naturally. Here are 5 powerful Buddhist-inspired steps to help you practice this in daily life. 1. Observe. Don't absorb every time you feel disturbed. Pause, ask yourself, is this mine? Or am I absorbing it from outside? The more you observe without judgment, the more you'll stay free. 2. Set loving boundaries. Caring doesn't mean overextending. Say yes to your peace more often than yes to other people's drama. 3. Meditate daily. Even 10 minutes a day can transform your life. Sit in silence, breathe, watch your thoughts without attachment. 4. Practice letting go. Mantras use phrases like, I let go of what I can't control. I choose peace over pressure. I release the need to care about things that steal my joy. 5. Follow the middle path. Don't swing between caring too much and not caring at all. Walk the middle way. Stay balanced. As Buddha taught, the middle path leads to peace, wisdom, and enlightenment. Chapter 6. A day in the life of a free soul. Imagine waking up tomorrow and you don't rush to check your phone. You're not worried about who likes or doesn't like you. You smile at the morning sun, take a deep breath, and feel complete just as you are. Throughout the day, you do your work sincerely, but you don't let stress own you. You talk to people, but their opinions don't define you. You make decisions from clarity, not anxiety. You move through life like a feather in the wind, not controlled by it but dancing with it. This is the power of not caring unnecessarily. This is what life can look like when you live with lightness. Chapter 7. The real meaning of freedom. Most people think freedom means doing whatever you want. But Buddha teaches, true freedom is not about getting what you want. It's about not being controlled by what you want. When you stop caring about chasing pleasure and avoiding pain, you become free. Free from the roller coaster of emotions. Free from validation seeking. Free from fear. And in that freedom, you reconnect with your true self. Chapter 8. From attachment to awareness. Every time you let go of something that doesn't serve you, you don't become less, you become more. More aware, more peaceful, more in tune with life. Start noticing where your energy goes. Do you care too much about being liked? Do you overthink every little thing? Do you hold on to old stories, old wounds, old people? Bring awareness there. Not judgment, not guilt, and then gently whisper to yourself, it's okay to let go. I don't have to carry this anymore. Chapter 9. You were not meant to suffer this much. Repeat this. I was not born to suffer endlessly. Life will bring lessons, yes, but you weren't born to endlessly chase and care and worry. You were born to bloom, to breathe, to laugh, to be free. And sometimes, freedom begins with a simple act. Stop caring about things that don't add light to your soul. Let people misunderstand you. Let things unfold. Let go of the noise. Return to yourself. Return to the silence within. Chapter 10. Final reflections. Let life flow. Let's go back to the beginning. When you stop caring, life begins to flow naturally. Now you understand. Now you've felt it. Stopping doesn't mean quitting. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means trusting. It means surrendering to the wisdom of the present moment. And when you do that, when you truly let go of unnecessary caring, life opens up. Not just for you, but for everyone around you. Because your peace becomes a light others feel, a light that says, you don't have to suffer anymore. So go ahead, stop caring about the noise, and start living with presence. Because when you do, life flows. Like a river, like the wind, like truth. Let me leave you with this one unusual thought. What if your life is not meant to be figured out, but simply felt? What if the answer isn't to do more, care more, chase more, but to undo everything that pulls you away from your stillness? The truth is, you were never broken. You were never behind. You were simply buried under 1,000 layers of shoulds. So now, don't try to change the world. Don't try to win every battle. Don't try to fix what's outside. Instead, pick up a cup of tea. Sit by your window, watch the sky turn colors. And in that moment, ask yourself, what if this is already enough? Let this question wash over your soul like a warm wave. Let it break open the walls you built. Let it whisper what you forgot. You were never meant to care yourself to death. You were meant to breathe yourself back to life. This is not the end. This is your beginning. Welcome back to your flow. Welcome back to peace. Welcome home. This is Wisdom of Sparks, and we'll see you in the silence between thoughts.